Most of you have probably seen this logo on YouTube. This is PYRO Pyramid's logo. I actually work for him, and we fix and do lighters. This is PYRO lighters, and let's get into it. So, alright, basically, we are learning how to engrave. So, I'm going to engrave this lighter in a future video. I'm so sorry, people are texting me right now. Anyway, we are going to be engraving it into a metal box that I found first. I have done it a couple of times, but I still need some practice. As you guys can see, we're going to turn this light off so you can see it just a little bit better. But there you go, there it is. Let's see, does the light help at all? Maybe a little bit. But there is the PYRO logo that we need. So we are going to be engraving that again today. And yeah, let's get into it. So, what you're going to need to start off with is, I have it around here somewhere. There it is. So you're going to want to start with a X-Acto knife or something that you can actually put into the metal. So then you're going to just kind of draw your basic outline of it. And the nice thing about doing it this way is if you mess up, you can just do it somewhere else. So here we go. You guys can't probably see what I'm doing, but basically that is what I'm doing. Is there's just a small engraving right here of metal that I am engraving just kind of into the metal here. Now the flame is the hardest part for me. Making sure that it does its weird little flame things, and it looks really rough on like the outline, but once it gets going, it actually looks really good. Alright, so we've got our rough flame now. If you guys can see, there is a rough flame shape right there. So now what we are going to do is we're going to do the P. Now this is a bit harder as it needs to be kind of circular at the end of the P, which is also the hardest part of this job. So this logo is obviously going to be smaller than what you would put on a lighter, but it is just practice. Next you're going to want like a Dremel tool of some sort. I got this one at a flea market for $6. They sell very, very cheap. But as you guys can tell, I am using this little bit on it. I have many different bits, if you guys have like seen in my previous videos on all the ones that I have here. As you guys can see, I have just tons of them. But that is just because I've just now started getting into dremeling. Okay, so actually we're going to trade this out for my favorite one to start with, and that is this one. So there we go, easy trade-in, works perfectly. So now, before you get on, I want to warn you guys, you're going to want to put a mask and some sort of eye protection on, because last time I was dremeling, I did get some metal shavings in my eye, and that was not a fun time. So basically, I would do that. So I'm going to sound a bit muffled now, because I got all the protective gear on. But basically, you just go around the outline that you did on your box, which is what we have here. So if I take you guys in here, you might be able to see a little bit better the design that we made right here. It's very faint, but that is the design that we need. So let me set you guys back up here, and we're going to go ahead and just start dremeling. It's going to be quite loud at first, so ear warning, I guess. But yeah, and I'll show you guys the progress as I'm going through, as I can't hold the camera and Dremel at the same time. So yeah, here we go. So you want to start very, very slow. And as you guys can see, there you go. There is a little bit of a line there. And you're just going to keep doing that over that one spot. So there we go. There is the little line. So now I'm going to use my phone for a flashlight real fast so that I can actually see what I'm doing, even though my hand is right there. So we have our line, as you guys can probably see on there. If you can, I don't know. But there is our line. And we're going to do that 3 more times real fast. So there's our second line. You guys can see that. Coming out nice. Maybe a little bit. You guys can kind of see it. Let's see here. There you go. There is the second line. And let's do that a couple more times. There we go. There's our third line. You guys can kind of see that there. And we're going to just do the flame and the P real fast, and then I will show you guys the end result in just a second. So there's the P, and then we'll do the flame just real fast. Alright, so the flame is really rough on this one, but it is there. So still need to perfect the flame on this thing, but we will eventually get this going. So there you go. We're going to take you guys out of the little stand holder that I have.